Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider. Today we're talking about the difference between this and this. These are both the new 2020 iPad Pros, but one is the 11-inch model and the other the larger 12.9. So what differentiates these? What's the difference? What is it like in usability between the two screen sizes? And are there any important spec differences between models? That's what this video is gonna find out. So first things first, probably the most common question we get is when comparing these two tablets, is there any fundamental difference? Is there any difference in specs? If I go for the 12.9 inch, the highest end, the most tricked out version, am I gonna get a fundamentally faster, better, more powerful experience than if I went for an entry-level iPad Pro, the 11 inch? No, at least that's the short answer. There is no difference here. The RAM is the same, the processor is the same, pixel density is all the same. The only thing that you're getting by going with the larger one or the smaller one is just that, a larger tablet. You're getting a 12.9 inch display instead of the 11 inch display. So that's what it comes down to if you really want that extra screen real estate between the two tablets. You're not going to get any more storage, RAM, nothing like that. So as far as performance goes, don't worry. You're going to get the same level of performance across the board. I know a lot of people worry about, do I have to buy the iPad Pro if I want the fastest one or the 12 inch? No, you can go with the 11 inch and you're going to be just happy enough. So what else is going to be the difference? What's it like using these two tablets? Before we continue further, we need to take just a moment for this video to thank our sponsor, Paperlike. So Paperlike is a screen protector for your iPad. That's what it is. And it has this matte finish on it, kind of like an anti-glare screen protector, but not so drastic. It goes on very easily and it gives you a paper-like experience on your iPad. Your iPad has that glossy fingerprint catching kind of drag inducing display, and whether you're drawing, whether you're reading, whether you're writing, anything using the Apple Pencil, it just gives you a nicer experience because it's just so smooth and it feels like you're writing on paper. It feels more tactile. I love this thing. I've put it on my new iPad. I am going to be using this a lot. It just feels so much more natural on the iPad. And if you guys want to pick one up for yourselves, you can find the link down below in the description. Well, that's a big difference in and of itself because multitasking is becoming a bigger part of the iPad and iPadOS experience. Becoming a big deal. We now have cursor support for external Bluetooth mice and trackpads. There's a lot of stuff happening. So between the two tablets, the larger 12.9 inch allows you to do a lot more multitasking. You can have an app in slide over, you can have an app in split view, you can have a picture-in-picture running at the same time, and if you do all of that on the 11-inch iPad Pro, things are just going to get a little tight. It's not going to be that much screen real estate when you have so much stuff going on. You have a lot more space over on the larger 12.9-inch iPad Pro. So if you plan to do a lot of multitasking, or if you historically have done a lot of multitasking, then I'd consider looking towards that 12.9-inch version just because of that extra screen size. You also have the advantage of the keyboard. Now both of these guys can attach to the Smart Keyboard Folio or the new Magic Keyboard. Both of these will work with that, no problem. But the larger 12.9 inch has essentially a full-size keyboard. The one on 11 inch is compressed and compact. Now if you're going between two different devices, you're going from your Mac or your PC and you're going to your iPad and you're kind of switching back and forth daily or throughout the day, you kind of want that full-size keyboard because if you don't, you have to adjust each and every time. Your fingers kind of get that muscle memory, and when you all of a sudden switch back and forth, they have to kind of readjust to that smaller compressed size or to that larger size, and you're going to make a lot of typing mistakes. It happens to me all the time when I was spending time working on the 11-inch iPad Pro. So personally, especially going from a Mac to an iPad constantly, I find there to be a lot more benefit of going with a 12.9-inch iPad Pro because you get that full-sized keyboard. Now the 11 inch is not bad. The 11 inch is so compact. It's probably one of the smallest ones out there other than the iPad mini. But of course you have such a big display because there's those small bezels on the top and bottom as well as the sides. So you have a lot more compact experience with the iPad Pro 11 inch. It's very easy to tote around. The 12 inch is not all that much bigger. Definitely substantial, it's definitely there. You can definitely see a difference, but it just depends on what you're doing. This is a lot easier to carry around. It is smaller, more compact, and a lot of people like that, especially if you're not including a case or anything else on there. The 11-inch iPad Pro is for sure the one to lean towards. So really, those are the biggest differences. If you're going to put an emphasis on multitasking or on using a keyboard, and especially going a keyboard between a full-size Mac or PC one and your iPad, I would lean towards the 12-inch iPad Pro. Otherwise, if you want the most portable one that's still incredibly powerful, then the 11-inch is perfectly fine. It's cheaper, just as powerful as the big one. You can put as much storage in there, up to a terabyte that you want. This is an amazing tablet to go with, and it's so much more compact. I know a lot of people are going to love the 11-inch model. We have people using it all the time, but the iPad Pro 12.9-inch is there for those who need a bigger screen. They're using it for a second screen for their Mac, or they're doing video editing. They just need a lot of space on there. There's just that subtle difference between the screen sizes, and that's really the biggest difference. And it's hard for us to really answer if that's worth it for you to make that jump up in price, but I want to know if it is. So let me know down below in the comments or on Twitter at Andrew_OSU, and we can talk about the new iPad Pros and which model you're going to be going with. And if you want to pick up the best prices for the iPad Pro, check out the links down below in the description. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.